Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Friday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Kind of a dreary Friday out there today, but that's okay. I'm off work. I did another survey of which album is better. I'm loving this series. It's not only a great chance for you guys to choose, but also a chance for me to revisit some amazing, amazing albums and compare the two. Not saying one's better than the other, especially in this case. This is a difficult one. I've chosen Kansas Point of No Return, an amazing album, okay, versus another amazing album in Styx, The Grand Illusion. Two American progressive rock bands for sure. Which is better? I'll let you know soon. The survey that I did, 42 people voted. Thank you so much for everyone that voted. 55% went to Styx, 29% went to Kansas, and 17% were a tie. So I'll let you know where I stand. And again, this is a difficult choice because two fantastic albums from two fantastic bands, pretty much in their prime at this stage. Styx, a remarkable album. This version that I have is on goldish vinyl. There's a poster in here too. It's kind of a cheesy poster of the band itself, but I found this album, I discovered this album in a convenience store way back when I was a teenager. I think it was Becker's or Max Milk or something like that, in my small hometown, not too far from here. And that's how I discovered these. I bought it for the cover pretty much, and I absolutely loved it, and I've loved it ever since. But Grand Illusion, 1977, released their 7th studio album from Styx, triple platinum selling album. Put these guys into the stratosphere for sure. Their music is a combination of progressive rock and hard rock. Yes, they get into the ballads later, but at this stage they were still rocking. They had Dennis DeYoung, amazing vocalist and keyboardist. James J.Y. Young, lead vocals and remarkable electric guitar. Tommy Shaw, what can you say about his vocals? Amazing. Electric and acoustic guitar as well. Then you have the twins, Chuck Pinoza on bass and John Pinoza on drums, to round out the band. Kansas, another 1977 release. Their 5th studio album, Point of No Return. Again, progressive rock and hard rock. If you don't think Kansas is progressive rock, listen to this album for sure. You have Steve Walsh on organ, piano, synthesizer, lead vocals. Kerry Livgren on piano and all guitars. Robbie Steinhardt on violin and lead vocals, an amazing player. Rich Williams all guitars, Dave Hope on bass, and Phil Eckhart on drums, or Earhart. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. Pretty similar as far as band members between the two bands. There's one extra on Kansas, and Kansas relies more on the violin solos, which are awesome, from Robbie, than they do with the guitar solos from between J.Y. and Tommy Shaw on Styx. Again, remarkable albums. I'm struggling with this one already. With the Grand Illusion, you have the title track right off the bat. An amazing progressive track, masterfully sung by Dennis DeYoung. And it's filled with heavy solos in it that rival any hard rock band for sure. J.Y. is just a beast on guitar. Tommy Shaw is no slouch either.
On the other side, you've got Point of No Return from Kansas. Story about a sailor what am I trying to say? His fascination with the sea. Great keyboards, awesome lyrics, emotional, dramatic opener, and that violin just shines. Robbie's was such a great violinist. Yeah, it's pretty cool lyrics. His devotion to the sea. I don't know, it's masterly written for sure. On Grand Illusion, you've got Fooling Yourself, the second track. Tommy Shaw sings on this one. It's an acoustic track, great synths, and highlights his vocal range for sure. Amazing vocals. He still sounds great today in his, whatever, how old he is. He's got to be late 60s, I'm sure. On Kansas, you've got the second track, Paradox. Love the guitars. Cool riffs, keyboards. It's a rockin' track. A lot of changes in this one, too. A very progressive track, for sure. On Grand Illusion, number 3, you got Superstars. Dual vocals between Shaw and DeYoung. It's funky. The harmonies are just, wow. Done so well. Spoken words by Dennis DeYoung. I love the echoes in the vocals. Cool, cool stuff. On Point of No Return, you've got The Spider. It's an instrumental, classic hard rock track. Great keyboards and synth. If you take the instrumental out of the mix, this may be a closer album, or a closer tie for sure. But still a great track. Come Sail Away, the 4th track on Grand Illusion. Classic track by a classic band. It launched their career into the stratosphere for sure. Beautiful piano intro. And that Dennis DeYoung vocals are so good. And it builds into this masterpiece of a song. Yeah, this launched them into superstardom for sure. It's a shame what happened between Dennis DeYoung and the rest of the band. I'm glad that Lawrence Gowan is in the band for sure. But Dennis DeYoung is still belted out at his age today. On Point of No Return, you have Portrait He Knew, one of my favorite tracks on the album. It's an ode to Albert Einstein, which is kind of weird. But Steve Walsh track, awesome bass and drums. And again, along with that violin, one of the best on the album as far as I'm concerned. I love the rhythm of the track. It's just so cool. On Grand Illusion, track number 5, you have Miss America. It's a JY sung track. You know, his vocals aren't anywhere near Dennis DeYoung or Tommy Shaw, but he's a decent vocalist. It's hard and heavy, just the way it should be with him. He's a big, tall, big guy. Great guitars. Love the solo in that one. He's really a really good player. On Point of No Return, track number 5, you have Closet Chronicles. Great vocals by Robbie. Great bass riffs, solos. If you don't know the band, if you don't think, again, this is another track that proves that Kansas is a progressive rock band, because it's just so many changes in this one. It's amazing. On Grand Illusion, number 6, you've got Man in the Wilderness. Another awesome track. Tommy Shaw's vocals are great. It's a dramatic track. Love the middle of the track as it kicks in. It's into a heavy metal solo. Wow. I mean, these guys are progressive, but they also rock. They do rock. Track number 6 on Point of No Return is Lightning's Hand. Another Robbie track. It's about utopia. Another great violin solo. And the guitars shine on this one. It's a rockin' track. I wish they used more lead guitar on Point of No Return. They relied on Robbie's violin, which is nothing wrong with that at all. It's amazing. But the the players in here, the guitar players are so good. Number 7, the second last track on Grand Illusion is Castle Walls. It's a progressive song mixed with classical guitar, mixed with keyboards. One of my favorite tracks. The harmonies are fantastic on that one. Yeah. Kansas, Point of No Return, track number 7 is Dust in the Wind. So well known, but so overplayed. It's a beautiful ballad. Beautiful ballad for sure. And you've got Steve Walsh just beautifully singing this one. And but again, unfortunately, just like classic rock radio, everything, it's overplayed. But the solo in here by Robbie on the violin is beautiful. Track number 8 is the grand finale. It's just the last track on the album, on the Grand Illusion. Awesome harmonies, fitting into a beautiful song. Another one, getting back to Castle Walls, another one that gets so heavy, and the dual guitars, the solo, and then with the grand finale, it's as you hear Dennis belt out the Grand Illusion, you know, it's just a great way to end the album. Top notch album. I don't know. I'll give you my ranking soon. Getting back to Kansas, there's still 3 more tracks on this one. Sparks of the Tempest, another great track. One of the heavier tracks on the album. Funky, love the guitar licks on that one. Number 9, No One's Home, or Nobody's Home. Steve Walsh's vocals are beautiful on this one. Great guitar, violin. The song builds from the intro, then this turns into this beautiful track. And then finally, the last song on the album is Hopelessly Human. Again, another Robbie track singing this one. Violin solos, heavy riffs. Takes a turn in the middle. And then the guitar solos kick in. It's just fantastic, fantastic. So, how do I rank this between the two? I have to go with a tie. I think they're both amazing albums. 4.5 out of 5 for each album. I'm a Styx fan and I'm a Kansas fan. Early Kansas. They turned kind of weird later on in their career, just like Styx did. Although they came back. Yeah, they came back for sure. Their later albums and their latest album is just amazing. So I'm going to give this a tie on this one for between these 2 amazing albums. Point of No Return and Styx, the Grand Illusion. After listening to both the last few days, I can't say one's better than the other. 2 unique bands with amazing players, amazing vocalists, progressive track, hard rock. Just amazing players all over. Beautiful harmonies on both. And yeah, right in the prime of their career for sure. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I appreciate that, and I appreciate everyone that did my surveys. You guys are amazing. I'll post that as well. And have yourself a beautiful day, and I'll be back again soon. And take care. Bye now.